And we got the little Ganesha friend today. So it's the Ganesha celebration. I was talking to Bruce about that. There's a 10-day celebration, Ganesha Chaturthi, that just celebrates joy and prosperity and strength and wisdom, which we can all use right now. Just having a moment of settling without changing anything, just be in your own way. Softly breathe, rest your brain. Let your body feel a steady and supportive place. And just settling a little bit longer. So we arrive in the present. Inhale deeply. Release your arms from wherever they are and pick up the leg that's furthest away, underneath the ankle and under the knee. And just draw the leg towards you and move it out to the side and back and forth across you a few times. Just your own range of motion, nice feeling. Sit tall. Let your arms feel strong here as they help hold the heaviness. And so we want to soften at the hip joint and just let the leg fall open towards the earth. Just settle it back down wherever it is. And then gently pick up your other leg. Sit up tall. Move it around. Check in with this side. Try to find that non-judgmental, just open to what is kind of mindset. Here for self-care, positive patterns. One more time. Soften at the hip joint and release the leg back down. You see maybe the tops of the bottoms of the feet are shining upward a little bit more. Just notice any opening you found with that. And then taking your hands into Ushas Mudra, where we weave the fingers together, your own natural, easy way of that. Gesture of new beginnings, Ushas Mudra. And then extend out your arms. Squeeze your fists gently. So you need your core strength. Draw in your low belly. Sit tall, shoulders in the body. And like an elephant, let's lift up the arms like a trunk. Lift up and down several times. A gentle squeezing in the hands. No pain. Just energizing, increasing blood flow. Feel your core strong. One more time, up and down. And then bringing your hands into your heart, softening that squeeze. And take a moment for your own intentions. Each moment a new beginning. Letting obstacles be cleared so we can move forward. And exhale again. Release your head and your hands. Bring your hands beside your hips on the floor, nice and close. So you might even touch your hips with your hands, with your thumbs. Spread out your hands. Work your legs closer together if they're kind of spread apart. And practicing lifting up. So first it's here. And we want to use our physics to take our head forward and our bottom back. So we press into the hands, arms straight and strong. Press your feet to the earth, head forward, hips up, and release. Head forward, Hips up, even if it's a tiny bit or just the thought of it. Just try a few more times. A joyful exploration. Lift something. Corners of the mouth counts. One more time. Lift and release. Now bring the hands in front of your feet so that we can take back the legs. So similar, lift up and take back. Find your downward facing dog. Give yourself the first bit just to look at your hands, let them spread, then release down your head. Lengthen your arms and your spine way up towards the sky, and then back into the legs. Feel the whole body awakening here as you breathe deeply. The spine of your knees are bending. Focus on finding the length in the spine, especially to begin. Exhale. One more time, weight back into the legs. And then flow forward to plank pose and back to downward dog several times. Extending out and back. Softening into any effort here. And then come forward and hold your plank. So for me, my hips are up kind of high because of the position of downward dog, and it's fine to stay with it as you are. All is impermanent. One more breath. And then step forward into halfway lift pose. Breathe in. Hands where they reach. Exhale, fold in. Curl your head. Repeating that twice more. Half lift. Inhale. Curl your spine. Exhale. Really tuck your chin there. Last one. Lift. And release. Move up to standing, ready with an inhale. Float up your arms. And when your exhale comes, release your hands and arms down. And just land on your feet. Step your feet comfortably, easy wide. And take your left arm across your body. Hook it with your right. So get a shoulder stretch. So arm across, hook the elbow under, and then you twist over towards the right side. A little soft in your knees. Just let your eyes softly follow the direction you're facing, or rest when it feels safe to close them. Take one more breath here. And release back to center. Other side, arm across the body, the other elbow hooks it, and then you stretch your shoulder and give a little twist, looking back. What can you soften here? Letting the feet spread and the leg bones be a steady foundation. One more time, deep breath. And exhale, release, back to center. Side bending. So send your hips out to the left and reach over with your arm. So create your own side bend, your own favorite way. This one version, just making yourself into a crescent. Be compassionate, not too much, just the right amount. One more time to breathe out, and remember to come slowly out for the other side. So sending the hips over, the reaching arm overhead. Your shoulders down off of your ear. One more time, a deep breath. And then inhale up to standing, release your arm. Surya Namaskar, sun salutation. Feet hip distance or together. Remember, really slow breathing here. So we have one long inhale to reach up our arms. Breathe in, reach up your arms. Breathe out, fold forward, curling in. Halfway lift, a slow inhalation, strong belly. Bend your knees, spread your hands. Exhale back to plank pose, all in that one exhale. Knees down. Inhale, upward facing dog from the knees. Exhale, downward dog, and stay for 5. So that first one, just establish the pose. Hold for 5. And exhale one more time. Let your right foot step forward and just hold that for a moment. Your own step forward, wherever it is. Blocks could be handy here. And then step the other foot forward, come to half lift. Slow exhale, curl your spine. Inhale energy up to standing, reaching the arms. And then that long, slow exhale to release and rest as you complete that circle. 10 poses again. 1 to reach up. 2 to reach down. 3 to half lift. 4 to go back. If you would like this time, hug in your elbows and bend them a bit, or just hold the plank again. Exhale. Press the arms straight, upward facing dog carefully. Bring your belly forward. Flip over your feet. Exhale, 6th position, down dog. So there's this lovely discipline in coming into the shape completely with the breath. Just let that thinking mind release as you concentrate on those actions and breathing. Deep waves of breath. So the pose is not stagnant, it is always refining, allowing for the movement of the breathing. And exhale, release your spine long. Other foot forward this time, just adding in that 1 foot step forward, give it a breath. And then step the other foot forward, half lift position. Exhale, fold in. Really release your neck on that fold and tuck your chin. And then up to standing. Just enjoy the process. Rise and reach. Exhale, rest at your heart center. Letting the feet spread. Feel the light of the sun. Keep breathing. Always keep breathing. Let's step out to warrior B. So bend your knees and step your left leg back. So we want to have the front knee bending over the ankle and the hips out to the side. Take your back hand on your waist and then your front hand out to the Abhaya Mudra. So this is one of Ganesha's hands. It's this fearlessness gesture. So gently draw back your fingers and your wrist. Gaze at that hand. Peace, protection. Once more. And Relax your hand, straighten your leg, and take that arm up. So reverse triangle, a vigorous upward reach with one arm. The other hand can stay at the waist or just come down your leg. 4, one more breath, vigorous. And then over to triangle, the legs are all set. Just reach the arms up and down. Keep them away from the leg today so that our strength and our center is activated. And there's this lovely stretching across the front of the chest, across the heart, feeling open. Trusting in the strength of your legs and the openness of your feet. One more breath out. Use inhale to come up. And then step back to the top of your mat for the other side. So warrior B, second side. Hips out to the side, front knee over ankle. Back hand to the waist. Front hand, arms straight. Draw back your hands so your palm is facing forward and gazing there with that attitude of fearlessness in the face of obstacles. Let yourself feel empowered by your practice. One more time, deep breath. Reverse triangle, so straighten your front leg. Reach up your arm vigorously. Take your other arm, just rest it down, hug it into the back leg. Really activate this whole side of the body with that reaching arm. 4, last breath. Use your exhale, triangle over into triangle with arms reaching. Stretching across the heart center. Everything is this pose right now. And deeply breathe one more time. Finish your own exhale. Inhale up. Release your arms and turn sideways on your mat all the way with both feet, wide parallel feet, Prasarita. So take a moment to find that nice wide spreading position. Ground the roots of your big toes, nice and symmetrical. Breathe in, lengthen your spine. Breathe out, forward fold. So it's a lot like that lifting up. We use physics again. Heaviness goes forward and back in the body and reach down, A position. Don't lock your knees. If you're really flexible in the knees, keep them a little soft or bend them if you need to. Reach your head towards the floor. The shoulders and belly fly upward, so we have a nice union of opposites in this pose. The neck is long as the head reaches down. Just let that calming quality wash over the brain. Breathe out again. Halfway lift. Over to the right leg with both arms. And just resting out, reaching out. Let yourself make little adjustments if something's not quite comfortable. And lengthen that side of the body one more time. Other side. Take a little bend in the knees as needed. So we all can create the depth of the pose that's appropriate for our bodies today. It's nice to have an intention of growth for your own practice. Exhale again. Stay on the side, take your right hand to the center and let's twist it open. Again, the knees can take a little break, give them a bend, straighten again. Again, that sense of opening across the heart. Exhale, unwind. Little bend, straighten the legs, other side. 5 breaths, inhale and exhale. One more time, deep breath. Exhale, unwind. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, just relax into upright. And then spin your heels inward, toes outward, and drop down low to the hips. Goddess pose. Nice upright, parallel spine. Lift up your heels if possible. Concentrate off the tip of your nose. Exhale, heels down. Taking the right elbow under the left, wrap up your arms and lift your elbows. One version of the elephant's trunk. 5, exhale, elbows and hips low. And then inhale, let it all straighten out into star. Keep your front rib cage grounded. So the front body is grounded as well as the back. The arms and hands are the only things that are really reaching up besides the head. And then down into the second side, so back into the goddess squat, and then the left elbow underneath the right. One more time. We exhale, let everything go low, and we inhale, open out. One more time, breathe in, gently reach. Grounded and reaching. And then release and step back to the top of your mat. Squaring the hips to the front, take the legs straight back for Parsvottanasana variation. So today, that leg that's in front, the left leg, let's just work with that side on the arm. So bring the shoulder inwardly, come behind your back, and then just try to work that hand up your spine and forward fold. So just one arm, the other hand can take the waist. And just observe what happens if you can get some more space when you don't have the other hand pressing into the hand behind you. One more time, exhale. Inhale up, release your arm from behind, step forward and step back other side. Have that moment to find your foundation. Put your right arm, thumbs bent inward, reach back, bend your elbow. So just maybe start at your sacrum and then come up that center line of the back body to any degree. Forward fold as you are ready. Practicing without the obstacle of the second hand. One more time, breathe out. And then come up, inhaling, and release your arm. Stay on this side and come to warrior A. So I need a little more space between my feet to really get low. So bend your front knee, create that space, hips forward. And then take up your right arm, bend your elbow, and use your other hand to assist that elbow back in space and towards the back of your head. It's okay if you're holding another part of your arm. Just try to assist with the whole rib cage, not just the front. Feel empowered. Remember, it's a warrior pose. And then release arms and legs, step forward, step back, come into the warrior A shape, second side. Take the left arm up, back in space. Bend your elbow. Just try to come behind your head. Get your other arm up there and try to bring it more back, more across. Don't press into your neck. Your head is strong. It can resist the arm. Lift the whole rib cage, not just the front. Each pose a meditative form. Everything is this. One more time. And then release all of those actions and then step forward. Shiva's twist, if you like, you can leave your toes on the floor. Toes are balanced on one leg, potentially lifting up the one leg, or keep your toes down, just have the action. Float out your arms, elbows lifted, and give it a twist. Soft open hands, dancing fingers. Explore, see if you can twist a little more, or maybe just working on the concentration. And then let's come out from that side, let it be at peace, release it, let it go. Concentrate for the other side, lifting up the knee or lifting the toes as well. Elbows float, hands expressive, turn to the side. Remember to try again if you need to come out. A little bit of a longer hold here. To 8. One more time. And relax and release. Elephant pose, old form, is a deep squat, wide parallel legs. So, just easy feet. Bend your knees. So your distance between your feet is up to you. We want to try to bring the thighs down parallel to the floor. So go down nice and low. Nice open feet helps. And then the elbows come together and the hands and thumbs rest at the third eye. Just be as low as you can be. Try to relax into steadiness, feel strength. And one more time, lower your exhale. Inhale, release. And then let's fold forward for a hold in Padahastasana or elbow holding. So Padahastasana, you take your hastas under your padas and fold forward. Gently pulling the hands but not releasing them. Let's give this one an 8 count today. Let your nervous system calm. Deeply release your back body. Experience the sensations that come with your breathing. What does the inhale feel like? What does the exhale feel like? And one more time, slow, deep breath. And bend your knees to release your hands, and let's just move from here, taking back the legs. Bring down your knees for striking cobra practice. So we practice coming in and out of a high cobra. So the hands are pretty far away from the knees, fanning outward, spreading. So inhale, come to a high cobra like upward dog. Just find a nice degree of that work, staying on the knees, and then release back to quarter dog pose. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, quarter dog. process. Release. I'm going to tuck under my toes for a couple of those corner dogs as an option. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Last one. Roll back your shoulders. Come back, release your head down, keep your elbows lifted. But the arms can now relax, just let the hands ground. And one more breath. Coming up to your tabletop pose, so bring your limbs underneath shoulders, underneath hips. For one version of elephant trunk, which is our opposite reaching pose, it's good for your spine, so good. Reach back one leg, take forward the opposite arm. Trying to get steady space for your eyes to gaze downward or forward. So energize the limbs reaching is the idea here. More than we usually do. So really give that energy. One more breath. Reach and release. Other side. Arm reach, leg reach. Try to activate, gather your fingers in, and that helps activate the hands and the arm muscles. Squeezing the leg muscles to activate as you reach your foot. One more time, a deep breath. And release. And Balasana. Just let yourself curl back. Rest your head, rest your arms. Let the breath come across the low back and the kidneys. Able to balance the quality of our energy from active to calm and back again. Finish out a breath and rise up. We're going to do a little bit of lunging here on Dhanasana, so it's okay, a cushion under your knees. Take your right leg forward, bring your knee out towards your toes to any degree. Rest your hands on your leg. I'm going to reset my back knee. And then come hold the pose. So shoulders roll back so the heart lifts. Press both feet. One more time, deeply breathe. Exhale, see if there's a little more releasing down into the hips for today. Press deeply into your front foot. Lizard pose variation. So the hands come on the inside and you turn out your foot and knee. Not too much today, just a slight turn out. Come to the inside. So what we're going to try to do is get our arm behind our leg, which I think we can do this here. So just bending the elbow on the side that the knee is bent. And just try to get low. And see if you can sneak your hands behind your foot. If you'd like to pop up on your back toes, you could experiment with that. Keep breathing steadily. I'm a strong part of the practice right now. One more breath. Be where you are. Bring your back knee down if it lifted and straighten out your leg. Let's stretch into Hanuman's pose for a moment. Draw the belly back. Fold in. And release to the other side for those two on Dhanasana first. Low crescent lunge. Find your own nice depth of the knee out towards the toes. Shoulders down, rolling back. Nose gaze. exhale. A little bit more depth in the hips. Press into your foot. Come onto the inside. Turn out a little bit. And that exploration, like lizard pose of getting the arm behind. Bend your elbow and see if you can sneak your left hand behind your foot to some degree. Even around to the other side. Optional, pop up onto your back toes. Just letting our bodies explore this shape, this idea. A little soft in your elbows. One more time, breathe deeply. Bring your back knee down and release back to Hanuman's pose. So get that arm out and back around. Hold in. Exhale one more time. And release. Oh, we're going to come to seated from here. So flowing through, or just come to seated if you feel like that. So a nice little flow through is to take the arms forward from the knees, hug in your elbows, just dive yourself downward. Extend when you're ready to breathe in. Stretch the front body. Flip over your feet and stretch your back body. And then come through and sit down. Feeling free to put a blanket underneath your seat. And let's do a seated figure four. So plant both feet out in front. And extend out the legs so there's space to pick up into that hip cradle again. Pick up your right leg. Cradle it across and rest it above the knee. Bend your knee to any degree, that lower leg. Take back your arms so you're not collapsing in your shoulders. You spin the fingers backwards so you have a nice support. And just work with your body here, creating a nice outer hip stretch. Deeply breathe again. And let's take it to our backs to continue that releasing. So carefully roll back, and you can let your foot rest or draw the legs in. What is the most beneficial for your body? Do lengthen your neck. Make sure you haven't let your chin get really high. So you want the forehead slightly higher if possible. Customize for your body. Exhale. One more time. Release your leg down if it's lifted, uncross, rocking up. Just take your shins and come up again. Second side, figure four seated. Legs out. Pick up the left leg, high winds low, cradle across. Rest the leg. Both feet activated. Begin that leaning back process. Fingers back, arms straight, lift your heart. Just customize. Gaze softly towards the tip of your nose. The default gaze, drishti, awareness and focus. Listen for the sound of your breathing as well. So the senses are occupied. And carefully release to your back. So just soften your legs a little bit. Carefully bend your elbows and bring yourself down. Keeping your head lengthened. Draw in the legs to some degree or rest the foot down, whichever works on this side. Just let yourself receive the earth. Let it hold you. Breathe deeply again. A nice sense of completing. Release your foot down if it's not already. Supta Baddha Konasana. Let the insides of our hips stretch now. So let your knees go wide. Rest your feet together. The big toes come away from each other here. So it's really just the heels that press. And if you like, you can just hold your low ribs or come behind your skull with your arms open. Relax and enjoy your breathing. And feel how the breath can really stretch when you relax. Let it. And one more time. Straighten out your legs. Lift your right leg up towards you, so release your arms down. Right leg lifts up. And take the back of your leg or your big toe. It's okay if your knee's bending. Your other hand on the hip or thigh is helpful. Exhale, low ribs down, belly down. Inhale, lift your face towards your knee. Bring a little lift to the corners of your mouth so you are soft. One more is 5. Inhale. Exhale, release your head down. B variation, open to the side to some degree. Keeping that other leg grounded is really helpful in B. And then turn your head away from the leg reaching. Gaze towards your nose. Point your toes of your reaching leg. One more exhale. Inhale energy up to center and across the body. So I'm going to take my arms out to the sides, or you can continue, switch arms, hold your foot. So you can bend your knee, like me if you need to. My hip does not like that straight leg across, so just come across. Find a twist that you enjoy. Maybe that straight leg out, maybe not. Turn your head back the other way. Use your arms to help ground you where you are. Exhale one more time. And then some energy with that inhale to lift back up to center and release down your leg. Second side, inhale up. Padangusthasana, big toe pose. Lift up your heart, round your right leg. So you could just take the back of your leg if you don't reach your toe. Or bend your knee so you can reach your toe. Deeply breathe again. Exhale, take down your head. Inhale. Exhale, open to B variation, out to the side to some degree. Once that's established, turn your head away. Exhale is 5. Inhale energy up and over. Bending the knee as needed. Your leg can float or toes to the floor. Arms out like a T is a nice support here for this work. Relax and enjoy your breathing. One more time. Inhale energy to lift your leg back up to center, and exhale, bring it down. Let's roll onto the left side of the body, cradling your head for support. We're using a blanket. Just find your balance, toning the low belly. Cat pulling tail pose. We bend and reach for the bottom foot in the knee. The top leg goes where it feels good, so it can be straight or bent out in front of you. Catching your foot or ankle behind you, and then let your chest roll towards the sky. And in this yin pose, we let go of any activating and energizing and just let the shape gently stimulate the energy of the body. The eyes can rest. The breath may soften. Continuing to soften. There's the soft steadiness of your breathing. Just a few more rounds of breath. Let yourself feel complete. Nice full inhalation. Exhale, release yourself back to the back of your body. And over to the other side. So support into your head. Taking the bottom foot with the hands reaching. The top leg rests as it likes. Straight or bent, toes down, just grounding it. Rolling your heart open towards the sky. Make sure you're comfortable. It's fine, you're not stuck. You can make little refinements. How much more can you soften? What can soften further? Is your face relaxed? Is your heart relaxed? The brain in a state of soft observation. A little bit longer. Continue to relax and release. And complete the pose with a very deep breath, letting one complete finish. Inhale, slowly and deeply. And exhale, begin the releasing process to the back of the body again. With the knees bent. Center your spine in the back of your head. Bring evenness to your rich foundation. Press into your feet, lift up your hips. Bring one shoulder at a time carefully under and weave your fingers. Take that version of elephant arms, that Ushas Mudra. Pressing the front hip points towards the sky. The back of the skull centered and rounded. One more breath. Energize. Exhale, come down. Release the shoulders. Hug in your knees. And take your favorite on your back, knees in pose for a moment. Some happy baby or just an easy drawing in of the knees, whatever you like today. Where does that feel therapeutic and positive? In this resting phase of our practice, finishing phase, the breath has a steady pattern. Deeply connected to our bodies. And take one more deep breath. Enjoy as you are. And then bring the knees together and straighten out your legs. Bring your arms down. Walk yourself up towards the sky. And just reach through the feet. Really try to find that reaching feeling today. Hips down. Or if you want to do that, reaching the hips up. If shoulder stand is appropriate for you. Reaching up. You can use your arms at your back if you like. I've just been working on this one lately. Finding that grounded, rooted to rise. Energize a couple more breaths wherever you're working. Activate your legs, reach through your feet. And then begin the process of releasing. And let's come up for a fish pose variation where we sit up and take the hands back, fingers forward. Easy cross legs, lift your heart, gaze down. So your elbows bend to any degree. Deeply breathe again. And then shift to upright. Change your seat or stay if you are content as it is. Just let it be. And let's do our little Nadi Shavana practice to balance the finer energies. So you may use your dominant hand or just use your brain. Breathing in through the right side of the nose. Gently closing the left or just focus on breathing in, right? Breathe out to the left. Again, right inhale. Left exhale. Slowly inhale right side. Slowly exhale left side. And release. And lie down. Taking rest. Let your body stretch out upon the earth. Let the benefits of the practice be received. Taking the first few moments to make sure that you are comfortable, that you are at peace in your body. Rest into the earth. energy flowing within you, around you. Perhaps a sense of non-separateness. I thought the earth remembered me. She took me back so tenderly, arranging her dark skirts, her pockets full of lichens and seeds. I slept as never before, a stone on the riverbed. Nothing between me and the white fire of the stars but my thoughts, and they floated light as moths among the branches of the perfect trees. All night I heard the small kingdoms breathing around me, the insects and the birds who do their work in the darkness. All night I rose and fell as if in water, grappling with a luminous doom. By morning I had vanished at least a dozen times into something better. Release yourself from your stillness very slowly. Give time for the process. Allow yourself to do it in the way that you enjoy. Making your way eventually back to your seated pose. And just sitting with that freedom of the practice. The mind resting, perhaps even spaces where we are free from thoughts, where we just are. Some freedom in the hips from our efforts today. Just a sense of ease in the body. Weave the fingers again. Bring them into your heart center. Inhale deeply. Allowing your forehead to bow towards your heart. Letting the hands open across the heart. May the benefits of our practice generated be shared with all. Namaste. Thank you for joining me this morning. You can let me know your thoughts about your...
Thank you, Blossom. That made me feel so powerful.